What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. My name is Alex, and today we have a huge Tower of Horror haul that will blow your freaking mind. So this is the biggest yet, like genuinely. So let's get into it. Okay, so just a few things up front. I am doing this in a different format than I normally do. Usually I sit here and I'll hold up videos and the movies and talk about them to you guys and then tell you what I think about them or, why I bought them and how much they are. I'm unable to do that with this particular haul because it's that big. Shout out to Resolution 67, who is probably one of the kindest people I've ever met. Gift me something as much as this to dig through for years to come to provide you guys content is probably the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. But thank you, Resolution. I really appreciate it. Guys, this is a huge tower haul. I'm going through them very quickly. So if there's anything you have questions about in any of these, or ones that you see that you think I should review next, or maybe you saw it and I didn't see it and I should definitely bump it up the list, I want you guys to sound off in the comment section down below. Maybe point out ones that are your favorites in the haul, what you think are the gems, like which movies I should watch next, because some of these, I don't even know what they are, Like, it's that big. That's why I'm calling it the Tower of Horror haul. Stick around to the end, by the way. There's a special treat at the very end that I think you'll want to see, so don't miss that. But without further ado, let's get to the Tower of Horror haul now. First person. Oh, let's go open the door. Anyway, so on the right here, we have the newest section, which I'm just giving you a quick show. All the games, the board games and stuff. We just started trying to play this. We're learning it. It takes a lot. A lot of stuff we'll talk about in other videos and stuff. And I'm not going to go over the whole room tour here. So, here is the studio, which is a little messy at the moment. More of the collection. And here, my friends, is the Tower of Horror. Now, as I mentioned, this is a video to try to kind of go over everything very quickly, because I can't go over every single thing in a video because it would just take forever. Okay, so I just want to at least try to cover some of it so you guys can see. Like I said, this is the tower that normally costs about $250. It rotates. There is lots of stuff on here. Majority of this, I haven't added anything to it that wasn't gifted to me or I didn't buy this last month. So this is technically for the month of December, but I am super late. So let's begin. So we have Bleach. So if you've ever heard of Bleach, it's an anime, obviously, a very big one. There are a lot of dead episodes in some of these, from what I've heard. I haven't watched all of them. Actually, I've only seen a couple episodes in my entire life, but I now have the entire collection with the 4 film movies and everything. So there's that. We got the All the Haunts Be Ours Compendium of Folk Horror, which is pretty amazing. I missed out on this, but it was gifted to me to check out. There's like 12 Blu-rays, 3 CDs, 20 feature films, and 15 plus hours of extras. Some of those films are there's a lot. Eyes of Fire, Leptirica, Witchhammer, Vi, Lake of the Dead, Tilbury, The Dreaming, Kadaika, Celia, Allison's Birthday, Wizsica, Locus, a manuscript of Professor Wittenbach, Clear Cut, Illinois, Demonio, Dark Waters, A Field in England, Anchorus, Pendras, Fen, and Robin Redbreast. plus a ton of other stuff. There's soundtracks and everything. It's pretty fucking amazing. I mean, I'll just show you a little bit because I just like how they did it. Now, it is those little slide cases, you know, where you stick them in the side here, which some people are not very fond of, but I honestly think this is just fine. But it comes with this huge book and everything, so very, very happy to have this finally, because I like dipping into some new stuff. Eyes of Fire was one of my favorite ones. I'm really looking forward to seeing Vi for the first time, which I heard is really good, so... let's see, we got Gantz Zero, which is the anime that was on Netflix. The two Gantz live-action films. I actually put it like that. Very cool. The anime is pretty awesome, but I've never seen the live-action ones. Some people say they hate them, some people say they love them, so I got them, and I can't wait to check them out. We got Zone Troopers, which... also, show you real quick. I got Zone Troopers. Pretty cool. This is our wall of VHS. Let's see here. Now, we did do an episode on Trancers, the first one, with Jack Death. Got picked up Trancers 2, 3, 4... and 5 remastered, which it was a pretty fun sci-fi movie about time travel and shit like that. The first one was very cool. We actually liked it a lot. There's something so bad it's good about it. Faults is a really cool movie about a guy who investigates a girl in a cult, I think, and then he kind of falls into the cult, sort of. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it's a really good movie, and that guy's really good in it. We also have Visioneers with Zach Galifianakis, which is a pretty crazy, weird comedy. I haven't seen in forever. Akira 4K, which looks amazing, by the way. I think I have an additional copy of this, so I might be giving one away. Probably wait till I do that as a video. We got Amnesia, which is another one that's an anime. I have not seen this, by the way. And if you guys see anything that you think is worthy of watching soon, please point it out in the comment section. I would love to hear. Let's see, we got Dolph Lundgren, Silent Trigger, which I don't know if this had another name, but I heard it's really good. This is the uncut German version that's in Region B, which fortunately my player plays Region B. We got Cowboy Bebop, the complete series. So I've never actually watched it, but I've heard it's amazing. Also got the movie to go along with that, so I'm super excited about that. We got Spirits of Air, Gremlins of the Clouds, which is a film by Alex Proyas. Now this sounds familiar, but I do not know much about it at all. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. Some of these are like big surprises. Some of these aren't even horror, you know. Just genre stuff or just anime. But they were just gifted to us. Thank you very much, by the way, Resolution 67. But see, we got all 8 OVA classics of Bubblegum Crisis, which was actually one of the first OVAs of this one company and this one director, who also did the Geno Cyber comics. There was the anime. And I can't remember his name right offhand. It's like Otoichi something or another. Never seen this though. We also have Ajin, which is 1 and 2 seasons. These look cool. I have no idea really exactly what they're about. I've heard that they are good and you should check them out, but I think they're also on Netflix, but I'll be trying to cover those per season. We also got the new Psycho 4K set, which is very cool actually. I like how they did this. I have the 1080p copies, which I might actually give away, so if you haven't signed up for our VIP club, you can by going to the website longlivethevoid.com. But yeah, this is from Arrow, and they have all of them on 4K, which, you know, say what you will about the entire franchise, whether you like it or not, it's still cool. to have them. Comes with a book. All right, there we go. This is another one called Now and Then, Here and There, Complete Collection. This is a special 3-disc collection here. Includes all 13 episodes of this. I've never heard of it, but the art looks amazing. So if you guys know something about this, let me know. Wrist Cutters, a love story, which I remember seeing this many years ago. And it even had that guy from Let's Start Wearing Purple, some sort of Russian band, I can't remember. Gogol Bordello is in this. He's one of the characters, one of the lead singers. Pretty good movie, though. This is great, by the way. I haven't seen it in a while, and it's good to own it finally. Called FAQ, about time travel. And it's got Anna Faris in it, which is really strange, and it's kind of like a I don't know, kind of reminds me of like a Shaun of the Dead sort of thing, but with time travel. It's pretty cool. We got Believers here, unrated, which is directed by Daniel Myrick, who did the Blair Witch Project. I've never heard of this or seen this. Sledgehammer, the series. I'm trying to go through these as quick as possible, guys. The complete series. I don't know much about that, but I am going to watch it. I have heard of Metropia by Tarek Sala. I've seen it, but I don't remember anything about it. It came out early 2000s, I think. Can't see. We also got a copy of Door into Silence by David Lynch, starring John Savage. Or David Lynch. Did I say David Lynch? Lucio Fulci's Final Descent into Terror. But yeah, it's his. I'm trying to collect all of Lucio Fulci's stuff, which I have a decent amount, but I don't have all of it. And this was a very rare one that you can't just get. This one they paid a little extra for because I looked for copies online, even in Blu-ray, and they didn't have them. So 13th Floor, which I actually kind of like this movie. I know a lot of people were not fans of it when it came out, and it's not like a 10 out of 10, but it's still got something to it that's actually really interesting. Plus, you know, you got quite a few people in it, which make it interesting. Ghost Warrior, which is a Hiroshi Fujioka film, which is pretty awesome. I haven't seen this since I was younger, and I don't remember much of anything about it, but I do remember that it was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to checking that out. Gotta love some of the action films like that. Here's one I already own, so I'll probably be giving a copy of this away as well. Highly recommend this film. This is an amazing movie. It's The Quiet Earth, film by Jeff Murphy. And it's about like all these people just disappear one day. There's an experiment that goes wrong, and the only people that survive are the people that are on the brink of death. And everybody thinks they're alone, and they run into other people, and they realize that the problem isn't even over yet. So it's pretty wild. I love end of the world stories. Great story. Another is they actually have a live action, I think, of this as well. I'm not 100% sure, but this is an anime of 12 episodes with 3 discs. I've heard really good things about this. This is like a horror anime. Highly recommend checking this out. I don't know when I'm going to get to this, but I definitely am looking forward to it, so it's good to have. We got Necromentia by Perry Tao. I have never seen this, but I have seen his other movies, and this one looks pretty fucking wild, so I am looking forward to that. The Bunker, which I always get confused with this one. I don't know if it's actually the one that has all the sequels to it, so I can't remember. But I think the first one's kind of hard to get, so it's good to have this. I have the other ones, I think, so. We got Crimson Rivers here, which is another Kino. I don't remember this movie, but I guarantee you it's pretty good because he gave me 2 copies. The special edition on DVD and the Blu-ray, which came out shortly after. So we got Madhouse here. which I know nothing about, but Lance Henriksen's in it. Seems kind of interesting. A British TV show that a lot of people don't know about that you should definitely watch. It's a little bit on the boring side, but if you've seen some British cinema or TV, you should be able to get through it. This is a wild story about like other dimensions and shit like that. A lot of people think it's boring, but I think it's really cool. And by the end, it gets even better. So this is actually pretty rare to have a copy of this. So I'm glad to finally own it. And this is completely unopened. The Salton Sea. Now, I think I have a copy of this, but I never did watch it, so this is another reminder to check it out. All right. Ergo Proxy. This is... I've watched all of these. These are really good. It's about a girl that can travel through the electric lines and stuff. It's kind of like a ghost thing. There's a lot of... There's more to it than it seems. This is considered a classic for anime because it's been out for... I think since the late 90s. I can't even remember when, but this is nice to have. Death Parade. I don't know much about this one, but I didn't watch every anime, but I do like the darker genre stuff, and this might be cool. We got Sauna, Cleanse Your Sins, which seems historical drama, part old-fashioned horror movie. It soars over genre divides like an Olympic hurdler. Looks pretty violent. Let's check it out. We got A Town Has Turned to Dust. I do not know anything about this, but it's got Ron Perlman and Stephen Lang. It's from Rod Serling, the creator of Twilight Zone, so that might be interesting. We also got a copy of From Beyond the Grave. Now, I haven't seen this movie, or I don't think I have. But I'm looking forward to checking this one out because I've always wanted to see it. I remember seeing it on the shelf when I was a kid. Nightmares I've seen, but I haven't seen in a long time. Very cool to have this. Cyborg. It's Ed Albert Pym's Cyborg called Slinger. And I think it's in German. But, yeah, I have... a player that'll play this just fine, but yeah, it's nice to have a copy of fucking Cyborg. Cheesy action. He Never Died with Henry Rollins was very cool, underrated movie. They did make a sequel to it. I didn't get to catch it. Didn't hear very many good things about it. This is a sort of live action claymation thing that they got going on here called The Red Piper, which I think Vinegar Syndrome put out through one of their sister companies. Yeah, Deaf Crocodile did it. They also did the Galaxy of Arcana, which we're doing this week on the podcast. But yeah, I've never seen this. I heard really good things about it, though. So, Broadcast Signal Intrusion, which a lot of people really liked this movie when it came out. I need to rewatch this because I don't think I gave it a fair shake the first time. But there's some really good people in it, and I'm looking forward to rewatching it. Obviously, we got the Firefly collection here, which is the complete series. The Unnameable, H.P. Lovecraft's The Unnameable, which is from Unearthed, which I think they ran out of copies of this. I'm not 100% sure, but I need to watch this and its sequel, so we'll probably do a double of that. If not, I'll just do it on the YouTube. Hammer House of Horror, the TV show, this is the complete collection, which is awesome, from Synapse Films. These are really cool. I really enjoyed watching a few of them that I have. I haven't seen them all, but they're going to go into a Wheel of Terror where we spin it and it'll pick which one of these collections we use and then which episode we watch. So be on the lookout for that. Now, if you are a Red Dwarf fan, we have a ton of pretty much everything that they've done from every season, every movie, ever. Which, when I was a kid, this is the most recent one, The Promised Land. I loved watching those when I was a kid. Trying to position here. Let's see, we got The Runestone. Now, I haven't seen this in fucking forever, so this is a throwback like a mother father. I don't even remember what this was about, but I am definitely interested in seeing that. It's got that guy in it. What's his name? Is it Peter Riegert? Yeah, he played some bad guys, I think. Dark Waters, really crazy, trippy, fucked up Lovecraftian film that is very much like a Dagon movie. Which, speaking of which, Dagon from the Vestron collection, which, you know, if you like this, definitely watch this. This is a little more arty, you know, not as modern. Let's see, we got Resonances, which, let's see, Watch Your Step. Don't know much about this one, but I'm sure it's probably got some H.P. Lovecraft vibe to it. Long Dream. This one's great. It's a little bit on the independent side, but this is the Junji Ito story that they turned into a live action. I actually have a copy, but this one is not a region version, so the other one I have is, so this will replace that. We got Battlestar Galactica, the complete series, which I never got into, but hey, now I have it, I can check it out. Eureka, which I did watch a few episodes, which was fun. Farscape, which I really liked back in the day, but have never finished it, so I now can see all of the seasons on it, the complete. We even got Sherlock Holmes, the complete Granada television series, which is a 12-disc set, which I have never watched, but I am definitely curious. Up next, we got The Twilight Zone, the original series in Blu-ray, complete series that we were gifted. Thank you. We'll be adding that to this thing. That will spin and pick one of the series or franchises to watch, and then we'll spin to see which ones we get on here. So it's complicated, but we figured it out. We got the early seasons, we got the 80s, the complete 80s, the complete 2000s, and all of the Millennium franchise, which is kind of like the X-Files. I think like they were individual episodes. It's about a guy who used to profile serial killers, who finds like some like crazier, deeper stuff. They're all kind of connected in a way, but I think they're like individual condensed episodes. So we got the entire 1, 2, 3 seasons of that. Carnival, which we have both seasons of that they kind of abruptly ended, which kind of sucks. Definitely looking forward to that. Bates Motel, which we watched quite a bit of this. We never did get to finish the last couple of seasons or so got those on Blu-ray. Mr. Robot, which is a fantastic series. Man, this is just a great show. Like, I loved it, and we never did get to finish that. We got that. Here's another one for the Wheel of Terror, or Wheel of Horror. Bradbury Theater, which has 65 short stories in it from the master of sci-fi. It's got Drew Barrymore and a ton of other people in it. But it's the complete collection, the 5 DVDs, so super excited about that. Hair Extensions, which I think was a horror movie recently. In the last couple of years, I think I saw this, but I definitely need to watch it again. About hair that goes wild and starts killing people, I think. We got Corpse Party, which is Tortured Souls. I don't know if this is just a movie. Oh, it's all 4 episodes of Corpse Party. I know they went on to do a lot more than just this. We got the original complete Berserk series on Blu-ray. This is the British version, I think. They got a new one coming out here soon, but I don't think I'm going to get that because I got this. This is the newer season, which I have on digital. This incorporated 3D. A lot of people didn't like it. Now we got something else new here that I've never heard of, which is Steins Gate, which apparently is about time travel. And it's a bunch of episodes on that. Kind of like a sci-fi time travel drama that looks pretty cool, actually. I watched some of the trailers, but we got all of them. like this season, this one, and then the movie. So that one's gonna take some time. And this one, my friends, you are looking at is a very, very rare item. I was completely blown away when I found out later on what this thing is worth, because it's the Nightbreed, the Cabal cut, which this is not the director's cut. This is the director's. He put out like, I think 150 copies of this and 50 of another kind. And this is like completely unopened. I mean, I put it in another case, but it's completely unopened. I'm like, I want to watch it, but I'm scared to open it up because it's like, oh my God, this thing goes for quite a bit of money online. We're talking like 400, I think, online. Ridiculous, but only Clive Barker put those out. So here's Infection, Evil is Contagious, which is a widescreen version, which I remember seeing this and I remember liking it. So I'm glad I got a copy of that. Until the End of the World, which I've never seen. I love End of the World movies, so this one looks like a very artsy one. It's from Criterion Collection, so definitely curious to see that. We got Night of the Living Dead by George Romero, the original, which I just recently rewatched this just because I wanted to put it on in the background. It looks amazing in 4K, by the way. The black and white does not impede on it whatsoever. Picnic at Hanging Rock, which I've heard nothing but amazing things about this. And this is the 4K Ultra HD copy of it from Second Sight, which I'm looking forward to checking out. It is also the same director who did The Last Wave, another movie that is widely talked about and appreciated across the world, which I am looking forward to seeing. And that is, let's see, Peter Weir. So I don't think I've seen either of them, but I've heard nothing but good shit. Let's see, we got Black Lagoon, which is apparently a classic anime with 30 minutes of special features. I've never heard of this actually, but it's a complete collection, all 29 episodes on 4 discs. We got Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles, which I never did see, but I heard good things about it, so I'm glad to have this on Blu-ray to check out. Got all of the seasons. The La Possession de Altair, 1974, which I think by Victor Dreyer, who I think this is a found footage film. But can somebody give me an idea if I should check this out sooner than later? I mean, it seems cool. I'm interested. We got Blame, which I've never heard of this. This seems like another anime. I don't know if it's a movie or... Seems like it might be a movie. Let's see, we got Danganronpa 3, which I have the original, the Future arc, and the Despair arc. I don't know if that's everything or not, but yeah, I've never actually checked this out, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it. And I always see that little guy right there in people's pictures. Heard some good things about that. We got Warehouse 13, the complete series, which is like the X-Files, pretty much, on Sci-Fi. They did seasons 5 all the way through. Akame ga Kill, which is the complete collection, which this probably is pretty cool. Seems like a sword fighting one. We got all of the Ghost in the Shell stuff. This is the 4K, by the way. I think I have an additional copy of that. I might be giving a copy away of that. This is the standalone complex. We got the second gig standalone complex. The Ghost in the Shell Innocence. Both are all 4 are Rise Ghost in the Shell, the Ghost Pain, Ghost Whispers. which I haven't heard too many good things about this one. Ghost Tears and Ghost Standalone. Then the Ghost in the Shell, the new movie. This is The Order, supposedly. And then Levid, which is by the Inside guys who did Inside, if you've ever seen that movie about the pregnant girl who gets attacked. This is like a weird supernatural film about a ballet dancer and stuff. It's pretty wild. I haven't seen it in a while, but... And now... we're getting into some of our Lovecraft stuff, so this is going to be pretty wild. We got The Call of Cthulhu. This is the with the rich symphonic score. This is one that a lot of people talk about. It's a silent film. This is The Whisper in the Darkness, another one that's kind of like in the same vein. Got The Color Out of Space. This is a German adaptation before the Color Out of Space one that the guy who did Hardwire did, or Hardware, sorry. But I heard this is really good, German version. We got some stuff here from Cool Air, which I just watched Necronomicon, which had a short story of this, but this is another version of it. Dead Tongues. This is from the H.P. Lovecraft Film Historical Society. They do a film festival, and this is one of the movies. They also have the Weird Tale, the Yellow Sign and Other collection, which is, I guess, some shorts. Never heard of that. The Testimony of Randolph Carter. We got the entire H.P. Lovecraft collection, another Cool Air one here. Rough Magic, Out of Mind, Pickman's Model, Strange Aeons, and The Thing on the Doorstep, which is the new movie that they just did a reversion of that, but these are some of the classics. These are short film festivals. It's like classics of all the different short films from the, I think it's the H.P. Lovecraft Horror Society. This is part 2, shorts collection. Part 3. This is the Best of 2016 short film collection, which is pretty cool. Can't wait to check these out, by the way. I know I'm going through them fast, but there's a collection of 2017 short films, and then we got the Blu-rays, where they started doing Blu-rays in 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. So, huge set there, which I'm super excited to talk about. We got Father Ted, which I've never seen. I don't know too much about, but I guess it's a British comedy. Black Books, the complete Black Books 1, 2, and 3. It's a series of the multi-award winning, critically acclaimed comedy from Channel 4 Black Books in Britain. Faulty Towers, which is obviously with some royalty there. We got Warzone Punisher. Hold on. Punisher with Thomas Jane, the first one. And then the original with Dolph Lundgren. Paging Mr. Herman. We got Angel Heart on 4K, which is super cool. I haven't seen this in a while. Me and Mike watched this when we first started the podcast, actually. Dust Devil from Richard Stanley, the guy who did Hardware and Color Out of Space, which this is the limited edition collector's edition, which I haven't even opened yet. But super cool. Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. Imprint film there. Tales from the Crypt and Vault of Horror. Lisa and the Devil, Bava film. Very cool. Trying to hurry through these guys. We got Parasomnia. I don't know what that one's about, but it looks cool. Fearless, which is actually a really cool movie that's about this guy who has a near-death experience and realizes that the chances of him dying are very slim, so he just kind of lives life on the edge, and it's a pretty interesting human story. Paper House, very creepy, underrated, kind of kids film in a way, but super dark. About this kid who draws and his like pictures come to life. It's really wild. Revolver, which I have not seen in a long time. Need to watch. Shockwaves, hell yeah. The best of the zombie movies, and they are probably right about that. There are a couple, though. Let's see, we got Police Squad, in color, baby. Serenity, the movie, which goes along with Firefly. After, which I think I've seen this movie. They go down into caves or something like that. I can't remember. Paranoia 1.0. Not sure what that is. Murphy's Law. Hell yeah. Bronson film. On Blu-ray. Wait. Did I already do that one? Yeah. Okay. House of Voices. Every house has a secret. Marabito, which is another Japanese film, I think, the director of The Grudge, which I haven't seen in a long time. The Thin Blue Line. 3-disc set, completely. The IT Crowd, complete series, which is really funny. I really like this one because I used to watch The Mighty Boosh. Mr. Bean, the whole bean. Sons of Anarchy, the complete series, 1 through 7, which I never did get to see, but like a few episodes of, and I can't wait to watch that eventually. Horsehead, which I vaguely remember this one, but I can't remember much about. And then Cube and Cypher from the same director, which the director of Cube did Cypher, which is a great story too, but I didn't have either of these, so I'm glad to have them on Blu-ray. All right, we are rounding the end here, guys. So we have Beyond a Reanimator, Beyond Reanimator, Part 3 of Reanimator on Vestron Blu-ray. Annihilation in 4K, super cool. Didn't absolutely love this film when I watched it in the theater, but I did download the audiobook that I'm currently listening to, of the 3 different books that this movie was based off of. Supposedly not an H.P. Lovecraft Color Out of Space story, technically, but it seems so similar, it's ridiculous. But gonna rewatch this soon. We got Men Behind the Sun 2 and 3, so we are going to finish that. Horrendous propaganda films. Those are pretty wild, by the way, based on some supposedly true stuff. We got Communion with Christopher Walken. I'm walking here. Ghost Station. I began to watch this and didn't get to finish it. Came out last year. Wasn't too bad. It was like a curse film with like a train. But I need to finish that. Clive Barker's Underworld, aka Transmutations, which I've been meaning to do a video on for a while, but I've just been so fucking tired. We got Pearl on 4K. This is the Steelbook collection, so very cool. August Underground's Penance, which is the 3rd and final film of the August Underground series from Unearthed Films that they sent me out. I think it was MVD and Unearthed that sent me this. Fun S-Big film that I cannot wait to do with you guys. Lady Terminator, which I've heard nothing but crazy shit from, and I had to go find a Mondo Macabre copy online, eBay, to watch and review. So be on the lookout for that. This shit's wild. Blood Diner, which is actually a sequel, or not a sequel, but like a remake of Blood Feast. I did not know that. And when I did the Blood Feast remake, I realized that this was part of it along with another movie. So I'll be rating this soon. This is a wild movie. Vestron Video put this out a while ago, but I finally got a copy. So Horrors of the Black Museum, MBD sent this one out. Did a review of that. Highway to Hell, thanks Resolution for this one. I've been wanting to see this again. We watched this at the beginning of our podcast, the audio one, not the YouTube, many years ago. And I need to rewatch it. So, got that on Blu-ray. The Dunwich Horror, which I cannot wait to watch this. I love this artwork, by the way. Cannot wait to watch this. I really hope that they do another Dunwich Horror. Stanley was supposed to do this one as his next one, which is about aliens breeding with humans and causing all kinds of crazy, like, hybrid people, which is not going to happen now unless somebody else directs it. We got Long Arm of the Law, parts 1 and 2, which was a lot of fun. It's a Hong Kong, some of the best Hong Kong action films you will ever see. These, like, started a whole fad. Did a review on that. Parasite, the Maxim, the complete series. 24 episodes, 3 discs. Renfield, which upon rewatching I really did enjoy, and I think I bumped it up my list of top 20 horror films. If you haven't listened to that on the podcast, you can. There's a top 10 on the YouTube. Neon City, which has Michael Ironside in it, which this is one of the ones I got recently, more recently. And Resolution said that this was really fun, that I'll like it. So I'm kind of curious to see this one. 4K of Exorcist 3. I don't even have the first Exorcist, so I need to get that one. And even part 2. I don't have any of them except for a couple. But this one on 4K is amazing. Scream Factory, of course. Shout Select did this one. Scream Factory, essentially, which is the Natural Born Killers in 4K. It's the both versions. Cannot wait. Reminiscence, which I think was on Netflix, or I can't remember if it was Prime or Netflix. But they got me a copy of this in 4K. Super cool. We got the entire Twin Peaks collection, including the new one, which Christina and I really want to go back down this hole. We've been talking about it for years, so. And then the movie, of course, which is awesome because it opens up with a famous guy. What's his name? Jesus, I can't even think of it right now. David Bowie, of course, in the beginning of this movie. But this is a really good movie, and you don't even really need to know the whole story to watch it, which is pretty crazy. So, but yeah, that's it. This is the tower. This is the closet that I'll give you more of a tour later. My area that I work in. Just give you a little sneak peek, but yeah. Right, and one last thing that I wanted to show you that I didn't get to is I was able to get Hellraiser. Thanks to Resolution, he even got this cube with this container and everything. Like, this is the legit, you know, cube. So it's like, oh, pretty awesome, right? Amazing, dude. I fucking love it. And, you know, since I'm so close to the cube, I actually got to take a picture with the man himself. That's me, if you could see it. With Doug Bradley and some of my buddies. I got to stand in front of the cube. Didn't get to talk to him, but you know. Anyway, yeah. Thought that was kind of the shit. This is like the set of the first 4 movies in the series in 4K. So yeah, guys, that's everything. I mean, it was one movie I missed that we did on the podcast this week, Mr. Frost. If you haven't listened to the podcast, this episode was amazing and you guys really need to hear it. So I'll put a link down for the new episode down below. Basically, mainstream famous actors playing killers like Jeff Goldblum and Michael Keaton. So check that out. Thank you so much for coming by to watch this video. I hope that gives you some ideas of some movies maybe that you want to watch, or something that you might want to add to your collection. Thank you so much to Resolution 67. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and hit the like and subscribe button for more reviews, hauls, just about everything we can do. This year's going to be the year. Thanks for coming by, and as always, long live the void.